Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank Tony Trevino and the CAT Foundation for putting on this function. I've been coaching at Carroll for 17 years, and I don't believe in those 17 years I've seen anything like this. So thank you very much for bringing this on, and hopefully it'll continue every year. Like I said, 17 years at Carroll High School, and I've been very blessed and fortunate to see tremendous athletes go through the years. And just like Mr. Harwell said, when Sabrina was at Tom Brown, everybody knew who Sabrina Mitchell was. And the one thing I worried about was, let's keep it a little bit hush-hush so the other schools don't hear about her and try to pull her over to King or Ray or Moody or Miller. And of course, I wanted to watch Sabrina play. And when I saw her play as an 8th grader, I was like, wow, she could play for us right now. Of course, that wasn't allowed. But that's how good she was. And I was excited about getting her at Carroll because she's supposed to come to our school. But you never knew. You never knew whether she was going to put Ray, Carroll, King. So anyway, it was around that time that I was trying to get my teams motivated, and we had just brought in a boot camp, kind of like what Tony Trevino just brought in this year. And mind you, Sabrina's not with us yet. And we're doing this boot camp, and here's coming Sabrina, her freshman year to Carroll High School. And at that time, we had athletics 7th period. In the heat of the day from 3 to 4. And I'll never forget telling my assistant coach, Easton, I said, now, I don't know, Coach, I don't want to lose her. I don't want to scare her off to another sport. And we would start boot camp with a 2-mile run. That was just the warm-up. And I'll never forget, you know, Sabrina was not in shape. And it's the heat of the day, and I've got my stopwatch. It was run 2 miles or 20 minutes, whichever came first. And if you didn't complete the 2 miles in 20 minutes, we're going to go on to the next station, and the next, and the next. Well, Sabrina is a competitor, and she endured boot camp. And when we moved on from boot camp after about a month and a half into the gym, I said, okay, she's gonna make it. And at times I saw her and I would look at her and I was like, please don't quit. Please don't quit. So she made it to the gym. Well, she thought, okay, it's time to bring the basketballs out. Oh no, we're still running. And again, I would look at my assistant and I said, please, let me know when I need to stop because I don't want her to quit. Well, Sabrina endured, and needless to say, her freshman year, she shed quite a few pounds, and she looked like, wow, an athlete. And she started for me on varsity as a freshman with 3 other sophomores and a senior. And it was Sabrina's freshman year that we go on to the regional tournament to face Austin Westlake. Carroll High School was not even ranked. We were not even picked, much less win district. And I'll never forget that regional tournament. We were out of the 4 teams in that regional tournament, Carroll was out of the number 1, we were number 4. It was Austin Westlake, Churchill, what was the other team? Carroll. Well, mind you, the first round, we had Austin Westlake. The winner of that faced Churchill to advance to state. And I'll never forget, we went and scouted Austin Westlake, and I said, those post players are going to eat up Sabrina. I said, there's no way. And I'll tell you what, that's what makes Sabrina Mitchell so special. The competitor that she is, and she was at that time. We're playing Austin Westlake, and right out of the gates, we're just pushing the ball, running the ball. Sabrina's spinning on those post players. They couldn't keep up with her. Now, you have to remember, Sabrina was about maybe half an inch taller than I was, 5'8". And every time Sabrina went against a Westlake or a Churchill, she went up against 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Well, we ended up winning Westlake. We beat Westlake. Now we have Churchill. Churchill has twins, both 6'3". And we have Sabrina Mitchell. That's my post player. Sabrina Mitchell was my 5'8", and then the rest were 5'7", 5'6", 5'4". Okay, you get the picture now. Everybody knew Sabrina by this time, so she would get double, tripled. I said, let's spread the court out. Let's spread it out and run motion. And I tell you what, once we spread the court out and those 6'3s come out trying to guard Sabrina, they nicknamed her Choo Choo Train. And I tell you what, when you pulled Sabrina out and she drove the lanes, it was like a train going through, and everybody moved out of the way. And there was no stopping it. And so we advanced to state her freshman year, and we advanced to state her sophomore year. We advanced to state her junior year. And her senior year, by that time we graduated a pretty good core of our starting lineup. And you would figure her senior year, well, it'd be good to win district. Oh no. Her senior year, again, she led us to the regional tournament. And we played San Antonio Taft, one of our menaces. We beat San Antonio Taft. Now we've got Buda Hayes. And I hate to remind her about that. We even had David Bonilla's daughter, Ashley, as a shooter. Ms. Mahogany Stewart, who now teaches at Carroll. Christina Gonzalez, Janicia Ballard, but we had Sabrina Mitchell. Triple overtime, Buda Hayes, we lose by 1. Now, what makes Sabrina so special, for 4 years, she was an all-state player. For 3 years, she led us to the state tournament. Almost 4 years. Unheard of, right? But that was Sabrina Mitchell. And what's pretty amazing about this young lady is that she was always doubled up, tripled up, and always outmatched with height, but not with speed, and not with heart, and not with tenacity. That girl was a winner. And the one thing I keep telling my players, they ask, whose jersey is that that's on the window? As you know, we retired her jersey her senior year. And I said that was a player that whenever she stepped on the court, as soon as she stepped on the court and it was time to go, she went, and she went hard. Now mind you, as soon as that whistle blew and we broke, she'd walk out of practice like she was beat like a dog. She was tired. But when it was time to go, that girl went. And, times have changed, Sabrina. I mean, I find it hard to motivate those players. And sometimes as coaches, we try to give ourselves credit, but it's not the coaches, it's the athlete. And Sabrina, you competed better than any athlete that I know. You went hard on every drill, you went hard on every play, and when it got down to crunch time, you made it count. And I can stand here and tell you stories about game after game where it was San Antonio Taft in a regional quarterfinal game, and we're down by 7, and we never had the lead. And it's time to press, coach, let's go. And there was Sabrina leading the pack, leading the team, leading her teammates. And we come back and we beat them at the last second, and we advanced to the regional tournament, a game that we never should have won. And I still remember coming out of the gym, and the San Antonio Taft fans are just sitting there really in the stands, not believing what they just saw. And it was a special player like Sabrina Mitchell who with a combination of some other very talented players just made it work and made it happen. And the one thing that I'll never forget about Sabrina, and there's faculty members that are present here and that are still teaching at Carroll, they'll ask about her because she was such a student, an academic student. She was one of the first African-American girls at Carroll selected as a homecoming queen. She was a popular girl, an A student, and just a personality that many students, faculty, athletes admired. And the one thing I can tell you is that Sabrina made everybody around her a better coach, a better athlete, a better teacher, a better person. And when she was selected to be the Hall of Fame, she didn't call me, she didn't email me. She came to my room and asked me, "Coach, would you introduce me?" I'm like, "Sabrina, of course. It's an honor." And so here I am. Sabrina Mitchell, come on in, please.